The students we educate, the research we conduct, the intellectual work we do, the public services we perform, all leave an indelible mark on our state, our nation, and our world. We are rightly known for our comprehensive excellence and for the way we reimagine the world by constantly challenging conventional thinking. Berkeley has unique depth, range, and diversity, pushing out the frontiers of knowledge, expanding the boundaries of our commitment to the public good. I plan to engage our community in a collective effort to imagine new futures for the university. We will do even more to connect our research work to the public good. We will find new ways to welcome, promote, and support the diversity and the differences in background, identity, orientation, and perspective that make this university so vital. Now, as we debate, develop, and implement new and even bigger ideas for our future, I know that we can only realize the full promise of our potential if the members of our community share a common purpose, a belief that we are all in this together. Such a cultural foundation can only be achieved through constant engagement, dialogue, and, yes, disputation, though always with respect for and recognition of the constitutive differences that animate and enrich our community. We must champion the foundational role Berkeley plays in building a California that continues to chart the contours of our nation's social and cultural future, and that remains a center of innovation, discovery, growth, and sustainability. I will solicit your ideas, perspectives, opinions, and arguments. You'll be hearing from me on a regular basis, and, this being Berkeley, I fully expect to hear from you. Beyond your passion, your sense of purpose, and disdain for the status quo is a deep and abiding interest in connecting your academic pursuits with your desire to make the world a better place. I've also been deeply impressed by the extent to which students want Berkeley to maintain its public character, its diversity, its excellence, and its traditions of support for free speech. We share a commitment to spirited discourse and debate, while we also acknowledge the need to be respectful both of the diversity of this campus and the academic integrity of the university. And I'm delighted to be able to welcome you as I also work to support your aspirations, listen to your concerns and ideas, and preserve all that has made Berkeley a beacon for the best of what public higher education can be. We will work together to find new ways to welcome, promote, and support the diversity and the differences in background, identity, orientation, and perspective that make this university so vital. One of the things that makes the state such an enlightened, innovative, and an exciting place to live is because of the levels of education that have been available to its citizens through the remarkable system of public higher education. A great university is even greater when it's a great public university, and it's genuinely true. It's true at a number of universities that are public that are able to combine excellence and a commitment to access and diversity in a way that makes them completely seamless, totally complementary, and not, as they are sometimes represented to be, different kinds of imperatives that lead to contradictions and difficulties. The public mission that all universities aspire to is most naturally and most expertly accomplished really by a public university. All universities say they have three prongs. They have research, teaching, and public responsibilities. I think at the University of California, Berkeley, we start with the public mission, and then we go to research, and then we go to education. But in fact, we see them, of course, as continuous, as all connected to each other, and as mutually interdependent in terms of establishing the importance of the work that's being done in the university. I think that the university, in some ways, is the last great utopian institution that we have in our society. And one of the things that struck me when I first started reading about the University of California, Berkeley, and this opportunity was the extent to which these two goals of the university for excellence and access were organized in a way that did not put them as competing priorities, but made them, in fact, roughly the same aspiration for the university from start to finish. Fundraising is about a relationship. It's about a relationship with a common commitment to an institution. That is not to say that you do things that would in any way compromise the academic integrity of the programs, or for that matter, put athletics above academics. I join with the people of this state to celebrate what the University of California is, but also to commit myself not just to preserving the university and all of its excellence, but also in trying to find new ways to make the university relevant to the kinds of problems we face as a society. As students confront issues that are important in their own personal and political lives, they are trying to ensure that the institution that they're attending, the institution that they're identified with, the institution that will be part of their affiliation for the rest of their lives, takes them seriously as they engage in these kinds of issues. So for me, in part, it's about walking the walk. It's about taking seriously what we teach in the classroom. Well, I would always hope that whatever I do, I can convey the sense of deep respect I have for the kinds of issues that make students feel so engaged and so passionate. I am always struck by the extent to which students, when they get interested in these kinds of issues and when they become active, are taking seriously the ideas and the talk that we engage in about values and about truth and about justice and about all the big issues that are part of our liberal arts curriculum, that they're taking these things seriously in their lives as students. The first and most important thing that I bring to these kinds of occasions is the need to accord every participant the maximum respect possible. But then, of course, to try to find ways to establish the grounds of dialogue. At the same time that we always are seeking to make sure that students feel safe, that they feel that they aren't being personally attacked. And I hope that my commitment to dialogue, to negotiation, to talking with students, and indeed to openness about everything that we do, will perhaps be helpful. It was a very important opportunity to get to know some students, some of whom had actually read my work in classes but never talked to me, many of whom saw me as a suit that would come out of the administration building and thereby someone who solely represented some kind of administration point of view that was easy to caricature but hard actually to deny when it came down and talked and shook hands and sat for hours and hours it often took to work through some of these issues. We were committed to a classroom environment in which students felt that they could think anything they wanted to think about political issues that might come up in their instruction. If we fail to provide the kind of opportunities for education that the University of California provides, we will be impoverishing the public sector, we will be impoverishing the public sphere, and ultimately we will be eroding the basis on which democracy can and must work.